Hello students, in present video I am going to explain about 16th problem from Bills of Exchange topic. I am taking this question from BCom first year semester 2 Pankaj publications book. Let us see the question first. 16th problem. X draws a bill for 3000 rupees and Y accepts the same for the mutual accommodation of both of them to the extent of X 2/3 and Y 1/3. X discounts the same for 2820 and remits 1/3 of proceeds to Y. Before the due date, Y draws another bill for 4200 rupees on X in order to provide funds to meet the first bill. The second bill is discounted for 4080 rupees with the help of which the first bill is met and 720 rupee are remitted to X. Before the due date of the second bill, X becomes bankrupt and Y receives a dividend of 50 paise in the rupee in final settlement. Past journal entries in the books of X and Y. This is the question. Let us see the solution for this. So by seeing the question, it is clear that problem is about accommodation bill. So let us see the meaning of accommodation bill. Based on the purpose of preparing bill, bills of exchange is divided into two types: trade bill, accommodation bill. So trade bill means what? For example, X sold goods to Y on credit. Sales amount 50,000. So X is giving a benefit to Y and X needs a written proof for this 50,000. So X prepared a bill on Y and X received acceptance from Y. Now this bill is known as trade bill. So trade bill means what? X is giving benefit to Y. In return, X is preparing a bill on Y. So accommodation bill means what? Without giving any benefit to Y, if X prepares a bill on Y, that bill is known as accommodation bill. So to understanding this point clearly, you should know the forms of preparing accommodation bill. So accommodation bill may take any one of these four forms. First one, for the accommodation of drawer only. Second one, for the accommodation of drawer and drawee. Third one, accommodation bill written on each other. So in third point, again two sub points are there. First one, when two bill amounts are equal. Second one, when two bill amounts are different. So come to first point, for the accommodation of drawer only means what? For example, X only needs 50,000 rupees on 1st January 25. X and Y both are friends. So X wants to take the help of Y. Therefore, on Y, X prepared a bill and received acceptance from Y. After receiving the acceptance, X sold that bill to bank. Nothing but X discounted that bill with the bank. For example, bank paid 49,000 rupees to X. So here X is losing 1000 rupees. X got money on 1st January. On the due date, assume bill is prepared for 3 months. So what will be the due date from 1st January 25 to 3 months if you count 1st April 25 to first date 3 grace days if you add, due date will be 4th April 25. So before this date, X pays 50,000 rupees to Y. So with that 50,000 rupee, Y honors the bill. Y pays money to bank. So here for whose benefit this accommodation bill is prepared? Only for the benefit of X. X is a drawer here because he only prepared this bill. That is first model. BB, for the accommodation of drawer and drawee means what? On 1st January 25, not only X, Y also needs money. So X needs 25,000, Y needs 25,000. Total 50,000. For this 50,000, X prepared a bill on Y and received acceptance. So X is not selling any goods to Y. X is not giving any benefit to Y. But X is preparing a bill on Y. Therefore, this is known as accommodation bill. So after receiving the acceptance, X discounted that bill with the bank. Assume bank paid 49,000 rupees to X. So loss is 50,000 minus 49,000, 1,000 rupees. Now in that 49,000 rupees, half amount X takes and a half amount X pays to Y. So X takes 24,500 rupees and X pays 24,500 rupees to Y. Discount class 1000 is there now. In that 1000 also, half amount 500 rupee X bears and another half amount 500 Y has to bear. On the due date, bank goes to Y now. Now Y has to honor the bill. Y has to pay 50,000 rupees to bank. So 25,000 from his own pocket he has to pay because he took 25,000, and the remaining 25,000 X gives to Y. So 25,000 plus 25,000 with a total 50,000 rupees, Y honors this bill. So here accommodation bill is prepared for the benefit of drawer and drawee both. Next, third case is accommodation bill written on each other. For example, X wants 50,000 rupees on 1st January. Y also wants 50,000 rupees on 1st January. So for 50,000 rupees, X prepared a bill on Y, received acceptance. Then X discounted that bill with the bank. Suppose bank paid 49,000 rupees. Discount loss is 1,000 rupee. Y also prepared a bill on X, no? 50,000. That bill Y discounted with the bank. Assume bank paid 49,000 rupees to Y. Here also discount loss is 1,000 rupees. So here what happened? Two parties prepaid bills on each other and the bill amounts are same. X prepaid 50,000 worth bill. Y also prepaid 50,000 worth bill. So third bit, first point. When two bill amounts are equal. For this, that is the example. Second one is what? When two bill amounts are different. Here what happens? Bill amounts will not be the same. For example, X prepared a bill for 50,000, Y prepared a bill for 30,000 rupees. Then this model comes under C2 bit. On accommodation bill topic, already I made 7 videos. In those videos, I have explained clearly the meaning of accommodation bill, the differences between trade bill and accommodation bill, and on each model, a separate problem I have uploaded. So these 7 videos links I am giving in the description box, in iCards and at the end of the video. So I request you to watch those videos also. Then only we'll get complete idea about accommodation bill topic. Because in Pankaj publications book on accommodation bill topic, he is giving only 2 problems, 16th problem and 17th problem. So only by learning 2 problems, you cannot get complete command on this topic. Now let us understand the present problem. X prepared a bill on Y for 3,000 rupees and received acceptance from Y. So for this 3,000 bill, X is a drawer and Y is drawee. After receiving the acceptance, X discounted this bill with the bank for 2,820. Means discount loss is 3,000 minus 2,820, 180 rupees. So from bank 2,820 rupees X received now. In this amount, 2/3 he is keeping with him and the remaining amount, 1/3 amount, X is giving to Y. Similarly, Y prepared a bill on X for 4,200 rupees and received acceptance from X. So for this second bill, Y is a drawer because he is preparing the bill and X is drawee. After receiving the acceptance, Y discounted this bill with the bank for 4,080 rupees. Discount loss is 4,200 minus 4,080, 120 rupees. In these proceeds also, so Y has to keep 1/3 amount and the remaining amount 2/3 Y should give to X. In discount loss also same. So first bill discount loss 180 rupees no. In that X should bear 2/3 and Y should bear 1/3. Second bill discount loss 120 rupee. In that X should bear 2/3 amount, Y should bear 1/3 amount. First bill discount proceeds 2,820. In that 1/3, nothing but 940 rupee. So X is giving to Y. First bill discount amount 180. In that 1/3, nothing but 60 rupees. Y has to bear. X is charging to Y. Similarly, come to second bill. Second bill discount proceeds 4,080 rupee. In that Y has to pay 2/3 to X now. 2/3 of 4,080, 2,720. But in question clearly is giving that Y paid only 720 rupees to X. So in the absence of this information, our assumption is Y is paying 2/3 of this amount, nothing but 2720 to X. But in question clearly is giving no, Y paid only 720 rupees to X. So we have to follow that point. And the second bill discount loss 120. In that 2/3 Y is charging to X. So 2/3 of 120, 80 rupee, now X has to bear. And finally what happened? X became bankrupt. So X became insolvent. Means X got losses in his business. Now he is unable to clear the loans. So he went to court. He applied for insolvency petition. Court declared him as bankrupt. Court declared him as insolvent. So as a final settlement from X estate, only 50 paisa per rupee Y received. Means only 50% of the due amount is received from X. This is the question. And what is asking us to prepare? Journal of X, journal of Y. So first let us see the journal of X. In previous problems, I used to mention in brackets, X is a drawer, drawee, endorsee, like that. But in present problem, I cannot mention. Because for first bill, X is drawer, and for second bill, X is drawee. So present problem belongs to which model? Accommodation bill written on each other. C. Because X prepared a bill on Y and Y prepared a bill on X. Under C, second bit. When two bill amounts are different. Because first bill amount is 3000, second bill amount is 4200. So present problem belongs to C bit, second model. Dates are not given in the question, therefore serial numbers have written. First what happened? X prepared a bill for 3000 rupees and received acceptance from Y. For receiving acceptance in drawer books, we have to write the journal entry. In previous problems also I have explained. Journal entry is bills receivable account debtor to Y account. Amount 3000 rupees. In previous problems, I used to explain what is the effect of that entry on balance sheet of X. But now it is not necessary because video becomes too lengthy. Journal of X. Date, particulars, ledger folio number, debit, credit. First entry is bills receivable account debtor to Y account 3000. Narration. Being acceptance is received on the first bill. Next entry is for what? X discounted this bill for 2820 rupees. So in X bank account 2820 rupees coming. So bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Bank is receiving 2820 rupees now. Debit the bank account with 2820 rupees. Bank account debtor 2820. X is giving 3000 worth bill to bank, and as a final settlement he is taking only 2820. Means 180 rupees loss. That loss is known as discount. So discount loss comes under nominal account. Expenses, losses, incomes, gains come under nominal accounts. No? Nominal account rule. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Discount is a loss. Therefore, we have to debit. Discount account debtor. Amount 180 rupees. You can debit discount allowed account also. Bill is given to bank. Means now bill is not with X. In first entry, by debiting, we have created bills receivable asset. When it is not there with us, we have to cancel in our books now. By crediting, we have to cancel. Credit bills receivable account. To bills receivable account. Bill value 3000 rupees. Second entry, bank account debtor 2820. Discount account debtor 180. To bills receivable account 3000. Being first bill is discounted. Next entry is for what? This first bill we have discounted for 2820. No? In that 1/3 amount 940 we are giving to Y. In discount loss 180 rupee, 1/3 60 rupee we are charging on Y. So for this we have to write the third entry. From X, cash is going now. Cash account is a real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is going. Therefore we have to credit cash to cash account. 940 cash is going. Next, in second entry, in X books we wrote that 180 rupee is the loss for X. In this 180, finally 60 rupee we are charging on Y now. So 60 rupee is not a loss to X. 60 rupee we have to cancel. By debiting we have created discount loss. To cancel we have to credit. Therefore, credit a discount account with 60 rupees. Then which account we should debit? Cash we are giving to Y. Discount also we are charging on Y. Therefore, Y account we have to debit. Amount total 1000 rupees. Third entry, Y account debtor 1000 rupees. To cash account 940. To discount account 60 rupees. Being 1/3 of first bill discounting proceeds is remitted to Y. Next come to second bill related entries. See, second bill is prepared by Y and we are giving acceptance on this bill. For giving acceptance on second bill, in X books now we have to write the journal entry. For second bill, X is dry. So for giving acceptance in dry's books journal entry is Y account debtor to bills payable account. So in previous problems, I have clearly explained how that entry will be written. Y account debtor to bills payable account. Second bill amount 4,200 rupees. Fourth entry, Y account debtor to bills payable account 4,200. Being acceptance is given on the second bill. This second bill is also discounted, but the transaction is between Y and the bank now. X is not affected. Therefore, for second bill discount in X books, we need not to write any entry. Next, what happened? So second bill is discounted. Y received 4,080 rupee. In that, Y is giving 720 rupees to X. So X is receiving 720 rupees from Y. And second bill discount amount 120. In that, 2/3, nothing but 80 rupee, Y is charging on X. So for this discount 80 rupee, for this received amount 720 rupee, now in X books we have to write the journal entry. So 720 rupee cash is coming to X. Cash account is a real account. As per real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is coming now. Therefore, we have to debit cash account. Cash account debtor 720 rupees. So discount amount 80 rupee, Y is charging on X. So to X, this 80 rupee is loss. As per nominal account, loss we have to debit now. Debit discount account. Discount account debtor 80 rupees. Money is coming from Y now. Therefore, Y account we have to credit to Y account. Total 800 rupees. Fifth entry, cash account debtor 720. Discount account debtor 80 rupees. To Y account 800. Being 2/3 of second bill discounting proceeds is received. Next is for this second bill, X is dry. On the due date of second bill, X has to honor this bill. So when bank comes to X, X has to pay 4,000 rupees to bank. But before the due date of this second bill, X became bankrupt and he is unable to honor this second bill. In that case, first we should cancel this second bill. So how we created this bill? By writing this entry. Now how to cancel this bill? By writing a reverse entry of this entry. Bills payable account debtor to Y account. Amount same, 4,200 rupees. So remember, when Troy becomes insolvent and unable to honor the bill, then that bill we have to cancel. So which entry we should write to cancel this bill? Nothing but dishonor entry. So this is a dishonor entry. Acceptance entry, reverse entry. Sixth entry, bills payable account debtor to Y account 4,200. Being second bill is cancelled. Finally, what happened? X became bankrupt and from his estate only 50 paisa per rupee is received. First of all, we should know how much money X should pay to Y. For that, in X books, we have to prepare Y account. And these 6 entries first we have to post. First entry, Y account is created. Therefore, in Y account, credit side we have to post. By bills receivable account 3,000 rupees. Second entry, Y account is not there. No need to post second entry in that account. Third entry, Y account is debited. Therefore, debit side we have to post this entry. To cash account 940, to discount account 60 rupees. 940, 60. Fourth entry, Y account is debited with 4,200. So debit side to bills payable account 4,200. Fifth entry, Y account is credited. Therefore, credit side we have to post. Buy cash 720, buy discount 80. Sixth entry, Y account is credited. Credit side, buy bills payable 4,200. After posting, find the totals of two sides. Credit side total is 8,000, debit side total is 5,200. So credit total is more than debit total and the difference is 2,800. So what is the meaning of this answer? This is known as credit balance because credit total is more than debit total. Y account is a personal account. No? When any personal account shows a credit balance, then the meaning is that person is a creditor. Because creditor is a liability, liability only shows a credit balance. If any personal account shows a debit balance, then the meaning is that person is a debtor. Because debtor is an asset, asset shows a debit balance. So here Y is a creditor to X. Means X has to pay 2,800 rupees to Y. But X became insolvent and from his estate for 1 rupee only 50 paisa is coming. Means only 50% of the amount is received from X estate. So in 2,800, 50% is 1,400 rupee. 1,400 rupee only X paid to Y. Another 1,400 rupees, X should transfer that money to deficiency account. Therefore, debit side for first 1,400 rupees to cash we have to write. For another 1,400 rupees to deficiency account we have to write. Then debit side also total becomes 8,000. So based on this answer, what will be the journal entry in X books? In Y account debit side we want to post to cash to deficiency. To post like that, entry will be Y account debtor to cash account to deficiency account. Cash account amount 1,400 in credit column. Deficiency amount 1,400. For Y total 2,800. Seventh entry, Y account debtor 2,800 to cash account 1,400 to deficiency account 1,400. Being 50 paisa in rupee is paid to Y as final settlement and the balance is transferred to deficiency account. With this, X journal is completed. Now let us see the journal of Y. Journal of Y. Now think from Y's point of view. First what happened? X prepared a bill for 3,000 rupees and Y is giving acceptance. So for 3,000 rupees bill, Y is a drawee. So for giving acceptance in drawee's books, entry is X account debtor to bills payable account. Bill amount 3,000 rupees. Journal of Y. First entry, X account debtor to bills payable account 3,000. Being acceptance is given on the first bill. Next what happened? X discounted this bill with the bank. So transaction is between X and bank. Therefore, for first bill discount in Y's books, there is no entry. Next what happened? When bill is discounted with the bank, 2,820 rupee came. In that, 1/3, nothing but 940 rupee X is giving to us. And in discount loss also 180, X is charging 60 rupees on us. So for this 940 and 60 in Y books, now we have to write the journal entry. So from X, cash is coming. So cash account is a real account because cash is an asset. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is coming now, debit cash account. Cash account data 940 in debit column. In discount loss, 60 rupee X is charging on us. So for Y, this is 60 rupees discount loss. Nominal account rule. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. That rule we have to apply. So discount is a loss, therefore we have to debit. discount account debtor 60 rupees. Cash is coming from X now, therefore credit X account. Total 1000 rupees. Second entry, cash account debtor 940, discount account debtor 60 rupees, to X account 1000. Being 1/3 of first bill discounting proceeds is received. Next entry is for Y prepared this second bill for receiving acceptance in Y's books. Now for second bill, Y is drawer no. So for receiving acceptance in drawer's books, entry is bills receivable account to X account. Second bill amount 4,200 rupees. Third, bills receivable account to X account 4,200. Being acceptance is received on the second bill. Next, this bill is discounted by Y in bank. So to bank account of Y, 4,080 rupees coming. So bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Bank is receiving 4,080 now. Debit bank account with 4,080 rupees. Bank account debtor 4,080. Y is selling 4,200 worth bill to bank, but Y is receiving only 4,080, means 120 rupees loss, known as discount. Loss comes under nominal account now. As per nominal account rule, discount loss we have to debit. Discount account debtor 120 rupees. Y sold bill to bank. Now with Y, this bill is not there. How this bill is created? By debiting in third entry. How to cancel this bills receivable? By crediting to bills receivable account. Bill amount 4,200 rupees. Fourth entry, bank account debtor 4,080 rupees, discount account debtor 120 rupees, to bills receivable account 4,200. Being second bill is discounted. Next, what happened? This first bill is honored on the due date no? For first bill, X is drawer, Y is drawee. So X discounted this bill with the bank. On the due date, bill is with the bank. Bank came to Y and Y honored the bill. In question, he need not to clearly give first bill is honored, second bill is dishonored. We should understand. So X became insolvent. X has to pay which bill? 4,200 rupees second bill amount. He became insolvent. So he failed to honor the second bill. Means second bill is dishonored. And nothing is given about this first bill. Meaning is on the due date of first bill, Y honored this bill. So bill is discounted then honored. That is why in X books for this first bill honor we are not written any entry. Because Y pays money to bank. Transaction is between Y and bank. X is not affected. Therefore in X journal for honor of this first bill we need not to write any entry. But in Y's journal we have to write the entry. Because Y only is paying money to bank no. So what is the journal entry? See this first entry. First bill, when Y is accepting, bills payable is credited because it is a liability to Y. Now this liability will get cancelled because Y is paying money. Therefore we have to debit bills payable account. Bills payable account debtor. Y paid money. From Y cash is going. So cash account, real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is going to credit cash account. Amount, first bill amount 3,000 rupees. Fifth entry, bills payable account debtor to cash account 3,000. Being first bill is honored. Next entry is for Y discounted this second bill with the bank, 4,080 rupee came. In this 720 rupee Y is giving to X. Second bill discount 120 rupee. In that loss also 2/3 Y is charging on X. So for this 720, for this 80 rupee. Now in Y's books we have to write the journal entry. Y is giving 720 rupees to X. From Y cash is going no. As per real account rule we have to credit cash account to cash account. 720 in credit column. In fourth entry, we wrote that discount is a loss to us, 120 rupees. Now in this 120 loss, 80 rupee we are charging on X now. So that 80 rupee we have to cancel from this. because finally our loss is 120 minus 80, 40 rupees only. For that, we have to credit discount account, 80 rupees. We are paying cash to X now, therefore we have to debit X account. Amount, total of these two amounts, 800 rupees. Sixth entry, X account debtor 800, to cash account 720, to discount account 80 rupees. Being second bill discounting proceeds is remitted to Y. Next entry is for what? See, for second bill X is drawee. On the due date of second bill, bank goes to X. X became insolvent now. X cannot pay the money. Then bank comes to us only. We have to pay. So in Y's books, we are writing journal entries. Think from Y's point of view. Y has to pay second bill money 4,000 rupees to bank. So to Y, bank is becoming a creditor. Creditor is a liability. Liability shows credit balance now. We have to credit bank account. From whom we have to receive this money again? From X, because X has to pay that 4,000 rupees now. So for 4,200 rupees, now X is becoming a debtor because he has to pay that money. Debtor is an asset. Asset shows a debit balance. We have to debit. Therefore, debit X account. Second bill amount, 4,200 rupees. Nothing but dishonor entry. So bill is discounted, after that dishonored. So for dishonor in drawer's books, this is the entry now. Drawer account debtor to bank account. That entry only we wrote. Seventh entry, X account debtor to bank account 4,200. Being second bill is cancelled. Next entry is for final payment. In X books, we prepared Y's account and we came to know that Y is a creditor for 2,800 rupees. X has to pay 2,800 rupees to Y. So as X became insolvent, only 50 paisa per rupee Y received. So 1,400 rupees money only Y is receiving. For this, in Y's books, now we have to write the journal entry. To write this last entry, in X books, we prepared Y account. Then only we came to know that 2,800 amount. Now, in Y's books, we need not to prepare X account because already we know the amount. So, due amount is 2,800 rupee. Therefore, directly we can write the journal entry now. So, finally to Y, how much cash came? 1,400. So, cash is coming. Therefore, we have to debit cash account as per real account rule. Cash account debtor 1,400. Another 1,400 is not coming. Then that another 1,400 is a loss to Y now. So that loss we should transfer to bad debt account because debt became bad because money is not going to come. So bad debt account is also a nominal account because bad debt is a loss. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses is applicable here. Therefore, bad debt account we have to debit. Bad debt account debtor. 2. Cash is coming from X now. Therefore, credit X account. Total 2,800. Eighth entry, cash account debtor 1,400. Bad debts account debtor 1,400. To X account 2,800. Being 50 paise in the rupee is received from X as final settlement and the balance is treated as bad debts. Take a screenshot of X journal. This is Y account. Take a screenshot of Y's journal.